Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney and I'm so glad you found your way to my little corner of the internet. Today we are doing our February monthly budget. Again, these are something that are new to me, so I'm still figuring them out. We get paid weekly, so I budget weekly. So I'm using our monthly budget as more of a guideline. But I hope you guys liked this last time. We're going to do our goals and to-dos and notes for the month. So goals for the month, we're going to look at moving my body 30 minutes a day. I had initially wanted to do like walking, but I found a new YouTube channel, and I'll leave it linked in the description, where they offer like beginner friendly, like all over body workouts and whatnot. So just moving my body 30 minutes a day and drinking more water. 2 of my tumbler. I have the Simply Modern tumbler. I'm not a Stanley girly. And the only reason I have it is because my cousin owns a coffee shop and gets them with her name on it. So that's why. And then we're going to do a goal to read 2 books. I am already well ahead of my goal because I did finish the Throne of Glass series in January, which is a total of like 8 books and 5,000 pages. I know I went a little ham, but there we go. To-dos for the month. I have to, you know what? I don't really have anything that I can think of at the moment. Usually I always have something. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, I'll get to show you guys what my lovely children did to my calendar. Well, child, not one. Not both, just one. Yeah, my son took it upon himself to just wreck my calendar. So just in looking at this, I don't have any to-dos. So the one thing I do need to do is check Cody's dentist appointment, so I don't overlap his on, because usually we schedule our appointments on Fridays because he has Fridays off. So, but other than that, done. And then notes, it's Clayton's birthday this month. And that's all she wrote. So let's actually get into the numbers. So let me zoom y'all in. This is where we only budget weekly, and this monthly budget is a guideline because months like this, we just don't know what's happening. So basically, my husband is a journeyman electrician, for those who don't know. He goes from job to job, and each job comes sometimes with a different pay scale. So the job he was currently on, they are moving to a new job site because they are waiting on a delay in equipment. And with that, 22nd, right? Yeah. Math is hard. I'm doing this in the morning before the kids wake up, though I feel like I can hear them upstairs. So basically we're kind of not sure like what that income's going to look like, because we don't know if there's going to be additional per diem. We don't know if, how they're going to pay that out. It gets a little murky in the water. So we're going to budget low and hope it comes in high. I am filming this on the 1st, so I do already know what our first paycheck is. So that is going to be $16.65.10. I'm just going to do an even because that's easier for the budgeted. For the 8th, this one is going to be different. I'm going to budget $1,400 for all of these, because if he were in town, like his normal job, his normal pay is like 14 and change. Oh, I'm sorry if you can hear my children screaming. They're not supposed to be awake. It is way too early. Basically though, is when he's in town, no per diem, like close to home, his normal paycheck's like 14 and change. I don't recall what. I don't remember because he hasn't been in town for a while. So we're just gonna budget like that. Now, because February is a leap year, or not February, 2024 is a leap year. February has an extra day. We end up having a magic month. Now, because my husband took a week off for Christmas, we actually don't get to use it as a magic month because we are using it to cover for the week off that he took for Christmas. Therefore, we didn't get a paycheck, so we're using this paycheck. So that said, we are now going to dive into our bill section. So I'm going to fill this out really quick, and then I will come back on screen. I have to do a lot of flipping back and forth, so I'm not going to time lapse it. Actually, real quick, we should probably add all of this up. Let's do that. Okay, so we are looking at $7,265 roughly for this magic month income. I have a feeling it is going to be a little bit more than that. Well, I know for a fact it'll be more than that, which is great. We just don't know what, so we are going to go in on the low side. All right, now I'll be back. Okay, I got everything filled out. So I'm just going to go through and fill all of these in. So what we budget for them. And then as you guys know, if you watched my closeout from January, I go throughout the month, and as these clear, I write in the actual, and then I check that they're paid. And that helps me keep track to make sure I don't miss anything, and then to make sure that everything did get paid. So our rent is $600. We're very lucky, we know. Power bill, that's the only bill in this section that fluctuates. And this one we're going to budget $250 for because it's expensive. The nice thing is my power bill, I do know ahead of time. So this is an over budget. Our power bill for the month of February, which is paying behind. So basically it's for our December. I don't know how it works out. Anyway, it's like $230 and change. Our insurance, we budget $180, but also we know that one, it's like $176 and change. My car, $330. The truck, $370. The camper is not this much. We just are budgeting $200 because we are trying to get it paid off. We do have dues to pay for my husband. Our garbage service, which we pay bi-monthly. So that actually comes out this month, so I have to remember to pay that. I wonder if I can pay that today. Sometimes they don't populate their bill right away, so like I can't go in on the first and be like, pay, which is annoying to me. I'm also drinking coffee because it is early in the morning and my throat gets like all raspy. Amazon is $15. Crap, what is Netflix? I always forget some of these. Some of our subscriptions, like I know what a total is. Okay, Netflix, 17, 13, 6, 12. Okay. So Netflix, we budget 17 for. Canva is $12.99, basically 13. Lightroom is $6, which these are all over budgeted because I like round numbers. I like them round. Storage $1, storage $3, and then Hulu is $21. We've considered getting rid of Hulu, but guys, something very exciting. So we took advantage of a sale that Costco had, so we got ourselves a new TV early. It was supposed to be like a Christmas present, so we are actually going to use our tax return to pay for that, basically paying back my Costco City card because we get like 4 times the points by doing that, or 4% cash back by buying the new TV. And it was a much larger TV because we have wanted a bigger TV for a while, and we were able to get a 65-inch TV for $400. So tell me, and it's an LG, so it's like it's not even a crap brand, it's a good brand, which we knew it was a really good deal. So it was one of those where we're like, let's just get it. And then actually I filed our taxes because we really didn't have, with only one income, we only have a few things to put into our tax return, and we already got it back. So I will have some bonus content at the end of this month, probably going into, I'll probably pepper it into March too, because I basically have this month's content already planned out, and I don't feel like adding, I don't know, we'll see how that works out. But that's the best news. And so we also, with getting our tax return, are going to be getting Starlink internet, which means my videos will finally upload. There hopefully will be no technical difficulties. That's usually 99% of my problem, is my videos take forever to upload. So let's go ahead and add all of this up and see what our bills shake out to. Now, as a reminder, we are 1 month ahead. So basically I am saving for all of this with January money. And we're hoping that what we've saved will cover all of this. Now, most of it is covered. I always save more. The only thing that might trip us up is this damn power bill. So let's add it up and see what comes out. All right. So total on this, $21.08. That's great because that I usually put aside $2,100 a month. So I know that we're only going to be about $8 over, which in reality, because this is an over budget, this is an over budget, and then all of our subscriptions from Netflix down are over budgets, that $8 should be fine. It just means we won't have any extra to put towards our 3 to 6 month, because anything that I have extra, I just shovel into that account. So that just means we're not going to have anything. And whatever extra we do have will go to buffer beyond that $8. Now, that said, we are going to be increasing our monthly amount or our weekly amount that we're setting aside, because going through the whole internet thing, we are getting Starlink, so we are going to have to start paying that monthly price, and we are going to need to add that in. It's going to be about $150 a month for our internet, which is totally fine. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and find out what we have remaining to play with, and then we will shoot down to our debts, and then we'll go over to our sinking funds. Okay, so the tiny humans came down, and we're up. They're up so early today. Normally they're really good sleepers and they sleep in, but today is just not their day. So, okay. So after bills, we have 51.57 left to play with. So, down to our debt. So we have our 3 debts that we're trying to pay. So we have our 2 credit cards. Our STCU cards is 0% transfer. I have gotten a couple of questions asking if we're going to pay it off before the balance transfer time elapses. Yes, that is 100% the goal. A portion of it comes up May of this year, and then the remainder is March of next year. So we have plenty of time, especially because I plan on having our camper paid off, and hopefully stretch goal getting the truck paid off too, which would be amazing. But because there are 5 weeks in the month or 5 paychecks for us in February, we are going to be doing $100. So we are going to do $500 to this. Our city card will be getting $1,000 because we do, what do we do? $200 a week at the moment. And then our camper, given what our pay looks like, I'm going to shoot for $1,000. I'm not giving us a stretch goal. I think $1,000 is going to be a stretch goal. But if we are able to get $1,000, our camper's getting really close to being paid off. So I'm super excited about that. So our total on this is $2,500. So when that's all set, whoa, easy killer. So 51.57. So that means we have 26.57 left to play with. Now, the nice thing about my husband changing job sites is the new union he's headed to does not require us to save for our health and medical. They put in enough to cover it, which is exciting. Yay! So our hope is that we don't have to put anything more aside for that, which will be fantastic. Now, I did take the liberty while I was strongly advising my children to go upstairs and play because they are up too early. I took the liberty to fill everything out. So these are all, because we got our tax return, we are going to be stuffing these, definitely filling these. So that's going to free up some space until we spend from them to put towards debt, which I'm so excited for, or even for our long-term sinking funds. But family fun, honestly, we're gonna say we're gonna do, so there's $25 for the month. I don't even know that we'll do that. We'll see how that works out. Clothing as well, $25. Date night's gonna be a $25 as well. We're just gonna do $5 a week. I think for the month of February, we're gonna go back down to $30 a week for pet food. I was doing $40 to kind of make up a difference. But we'll go back down to, oh, that's 30 a week. So 30 times 5 is what? What is that? 150. Sorry guys, brain malfunctioned right there. Chickens will get 25. Garden is still gonna get 50. We are coming up on garden season though. Okay, it feels like spring where we're at. We went from like below freezing frigid temperatures to now, like, I think we had 56 degrees the other day. It's January. Like, it was January. We had 56 degrees in January. What? I need to show you guys how my temperature blanket's coming along, but I got to catch up first. Gifts. I don't know that we're going to stuff a full 25, but I'm going to put 25 on there. I plan to get it to like $100 and then just stop because we don't have a gift to purchase until March. So it is coming up. So maybe I'll add in a little bit more and just keep stuffing that. Because one of Claire's friends' birthdays comes up in March. But beyond that, like, we really don't have anything. Anniversary, we'll do 25. End of the world usually gets like whatever's left over. I'm not going to put a number in there because we did do all even numbers. So technically there will be no leftover. But this one will end up getting something throughout the time frame. And then I think we're going to try and start stuffing birthdays, like in the envelope because, so we'll do 25 in that one because normally, well, I was doing savings challenges for all of our birthdays. However, now that the only one left is mine, I can start kind of slowly adding to that to save for the kids and Cody because theirs are like bing, bang, boom with Christmas. So, because it's like Claire, Christmas, Cody, Clayton. And I'm like, dang, man. Holidays. So we're still doing $50. So what is that? 50, 51, 52, 250. 250 for holidays. Which that's going to get us, we're going to be so far ahead. I can't even tell you guys like how much that makes me just giddy. And then nails. So I was taking a breather on stuffing nails in January. However, in February, I end up, she couldn't put me out 4 weeks because the way her schedule was, somebody had already booked the date I had wanted to at 4 weeks. So I am doing 3 weeks, 2 times in a row. So we are going to do 125 in here. And that's enough for like a nail, like almost 2 nail appointments. So that's great. And then jumping down, so challenges we leave as, I kind of leave blank. My hope is that whatever we have left, we can put into challenges. Though I try to always put at least $70 to $100 into challenges every week. With how pay is going to change, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So we're going to see. We'll see how that goes. But in our long-term savings, so all of these accounts, which if you watch my January closeout, I think for February's closeout, I am going to put what actually each account got. So it's a better way of keeping track of how that's like breaking down. But if we were to do $200 a week, which I don't think we're going to get to do that. So let's do it as $150 a week times 5 equals. So we're going to try and put $750 into these accounts. I don't know that we'll get that. We'll see kind of how it breaks down. We are going to pump them up with our tax return too. So that is coming. But basically this is what we're looking at. So let's add all these up and then we will see what's left. Obviously we're going to have grocery. This is a must. These are not a must. This is a must. So we'll kind of see if we're already looking over budget, which is fine because I know I'd put my income as a lot lower than what it would be. So one moment. Okay, I'm doing math off camera and I'm sorry guys, my furnace kicked on, so you'll be able to hear that. But I've been doing math off camera. for no other reason other than I can. And looking at this, we actually have quite a bit remaining. So we may change a couple numbers because I know we're not going to need this much in our cash envelopes. Now there are quite a few things coming up in February where we will be going out. So it might be a little bit less, but I think what I'm going to do is either add more to this or probably add more to our camper and see what we can do. But groceries, because math is hard, $3.75 for groceries, $75 a week times 5 weeks. That's pretty standard for us. I have a lot of people ask how we can survive on that. I do bulk shopping every 6 weeks at Costco, and then I just buy what we need as we go each week. Now, sometimes if we do need like household items, I will increase the budget here and there, but for the most part, it's just that. Cody will get his $150 in spending money for the month. He gets $30 a week. So looking at my calendar, let's flippity-doo-dah back to my calendar here. All right, some of these things I'm not always going to show, but I've got, let's see, 10, 20, 30. So at least we're going to save $40 in coffee, and then we're going to have, because Clayton has a doctor's appointment. So yeah, 40 would work. And then eat out, we're going to say, this isn't an over guess, but we're gonna say 75 in eating out. I just have some few things that are going on where I'll be leaving the house. So let's add this up really quick, and then we're gonna see what we have left over that we're gonna dump towards one thing or another. I probably will not list that here. It's gonna be more of just having a over it, like we're gonna be under budget for the month until we do our closeout, and then it'll kind of determine where all those funds went. So quick math. Okay, so after adding that up, and again, this is definitely an over budget. This one's probably pretty close, but this one's an over budget. We have $517 left, which honestly is about right. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to take a blue pen, because that's going to just cover this high, and we're going to say 17 is going to go to end of the world, and that 500 is going to go to challenges. That's about what I would like to see, because these challenges, so as you guys know, my big box of savings, or if you don't know, my big box of savings is to cover multiple things. So we've got a 50 envelope challenge that is going towards paying for our family photos. And then we have, and our family photos are not that much, but it'll be family photos, part of spending for my 30th birthday, and then just filling some sinking funds. And then we have a 100 envelope challenge that we are trying to complete by July. That'd be 1 full year of doing it, because we plan on going to Yellowstone as a family. So that is why we are trying to put a lot in there, so that we can completely cash flow the vacation. So we have $72.65 as our income. Our bills, and I'm hoping everything stays like this, because this is looking like a good month for us. So $21.08 for bills, which makes me happy, because normally I'm a little worried sometimes when our power bill goes up that we haven't budgeted enough to cover that. So we have, which is fabulous. Debt, we're hoping to put $2,500 to debt, which is a lot, and I'm here for it. I want to get, that camper's going to be paid off. There's no options. It's getting paid off this year. $640 to our cash envelopes, because we really don't do a whole lot. And then sinking funds, it's funny that it came out to an even $1,500, but that's pretty normal, because that's what happens when I budget that way. So and actually it's not gonna be $1,500, it's gonna be 2017. So let's change that. 2017. So let's do the math, and that should give us a zero-based budget. And this one I will show you guys. So I have my calculator in here. Hold on, we'll zoom out just a smidge so you can see the calculator. Okay. Beautiful. That is a 0 based budget. Now, again, guys, this is my guideline. So this is not our hard and fast. This is our guideline of what we're hoping to accomplish for the month. As you saw in my January closeout, we obviously did not get to put as much to certain things as we wanted. However, we were able to put more in certain areas, which is totally fine. But this is what our February budget's looking like. Technically, it is a magic month for us, even though we are using some of it for bills. It looks like we're going to be able to hit all of our goals just from what I'm seeing here. And I know we'll be able to because these are all under budgeted numbers. So it's exciting. It should be fun. We will see how things go. And I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to hang out, hit that subscribe button so we can continue hanging out. And until I see you guys in the next one, remember to spread kindness like glitter. Bye, guys.